Hi everybody, this is Ryan Cardula, and I'm going to be your instructor for this 8-week course in Introduction to Real Analysis. I'm excited to get this started and work through this class with you. I want to make a short introductory video to kind of walk you through Blackboard a little bit and also talk to you a little bit about the class in general. Overall, you'll get weekly announcements like this. I'll try to make a video at least once a week. You'll get one usually on Monday. If I can't do it on Monday, I'll make one for Wednesday or Thursday, but you can expect to have at least 2 announcements every week. One will be a general, this is what you have to do this week. The second one will be a follow-up reminder announcement. So with online courses, communication is key, and this is one way that I choose to do that. So to get started, real analysis, it's kind of the next step in your mathematical journey. It follows your study of calculus. Its intent to help establish the rigor of a mathematical major. It extends what you've done as your freshman and sophomore year in calculus. And I think you'll find it really, really exciting. I know when I took it as a student in college, it helped me to understand the basics of math a little more because you start to study why things are occurring. So I found it really, really interesting, while yet being very challenging. So I hope you enjoy it. I think it's going to be a fun course for you. It's going to start answering some questions that you may have had along the way in terms of why things are the way they are. So let's spend a little bit of time on Blackboard. The first thing is I want to talk about announcements. That's where we are. So here's the announcements. This is where they'll be posted every single week. Like I said, there'll be at least 2. Course materials are important. The syllabus. The syllabus is where you go to see course description, activities and assignments, and the policies, which the policies are similar to all the other courses you've taken at Ottawa. Weekly materials are where your assignments are. So here's your assignments. That's actually where you go post them. Here's your weekly materials. So the first thing I want to point out to you in this area would be your textbook. We don't have a physical textbook. We use a PDF version of Real Analysis by William Trench. So to get that book, you just click this link, and it launches you out to the textbook. Now I wouldn't print it off because you're going to see it's about 500 pages, but you can download it and save it to your computer so you can access it via the PDF version. And you can print things out if you want to. You can also copy and paste some off it as well. But again, this is what we'll use. So I hope you find it nice to have a PDF book versus purchasing a $100 textbook. The next thing is your assignments. And again, if you've had other courses in Ottawa, the setup is the same. Here's week 1. Week 1 gives you an introduction to real analysis, kind of tells you what you're going to be learning about and why this class is important. In this case, page 2. Gives you your weekly overview, what you're going to do week 1. Here's your reading, so you need to make sure you read these sections. Here's your assignments. So this week you'll have your weekly problems that are due on Sunday evening, and we'll talk more about those in a minute. You also have your discussion. So this week you have 3 discussions. You have 1 introductory, which is due on Wednesday. Actually, it can be due on Sunday, but you need to make your initial post on that by Wednesday. So you also have week 1 discussion, which there's 2 of them. So this week you need to make 3 initial posts by Wednesday evening. Then you're required to make at least 2 follow-up posts by Sunday evening. Now with this course, this is how we interact. So it's important that you are taking time to review each other's posts, provide feedback, and work through them, and ask questions. And when people ask you a question, you need to make sure you respond back to them. So it's important that you don't wait till Wednesday evening at 10 o'clock to make your initial post. Get it done early in the week. Come back to this on Tuesday, Wednesday, even maybe Friday. You can skip a couple days in there, but don't just wait till Wednesday and Sunday to make your posts. So after you make your initial post, you need to make sure you visit back. I recommend visiting back on Thursday evening or even Friday evening, maybe Saturday evening, and doing some follow-up posts so that there needs to be an interaction here with your classmates. Now, as far as your posts, they need to be substantial. They can't just be short little posts. Your initial posts, they need to be 175 to 200 words. You need to make sure you cite your sources. In this initial post, I put a link in there to APA through Purdue. It's a good source. So whenever you state something, you need to make sure that you are citing your source in APA format. That's important. The next thing will be your weekly assignments. And again, those, I'll show you on page 5 about that. But if we continue through this, we'll get to that in a minute. Here is some videos or some notes you can print out. Let's print this out and read through it and mark the text with a highlighter and write some notes on it. Page 4 is a self-quiz. So make sure you're going through this self-quiz, answering the questions. And page 5 is your weekly work. So here's what you're going to be doing. Here are your discussion posts. So again, remember, this week you have 3. You have the introduction, and you have 2 regular posts. The initial posts are due by Wednesday, and there's guidance on this as well. And here's your formal assignment. This is what you do. So as far as your homework or your assignments, these are due on Sunday evening. All I recommend that you do there, or all I expect is, I expect you to handwrite it neatly. I expect you to organize your work so it's easy for me to grade. Number your problems. If you want to, you can write the problem and then do the work. Like I said, as long as you say it's number 1 and then you do your work, that's fine. But you can write this out if you choose to. I don't expect you to type everything. Just handwrite it. Get all your work done. Do it on multiple pages. Scan those as a PDF and post them in the assignment area of Blackboard. One thing I do ask you to do there, though, is to make sure all of your pages are on one PDF. Don't give me 5 PDFs because there's 5 problems. I want one PDF for your whole work, and you'll post that in the assignments area of Blackboard. You click here, and then you'll post your assignment in this area. So that's how that works. Discussions are right here. So make sure, like here's the Course Cafe, that's where you can ask questions. Here's the introductory one, and you'll see I have a post in there already. Here's week 1. You'll see there's 2 prompts. You have to do both. And remember, your initial post is due by Wednesday. Please don't forget to do that. So overall, that's really all I have for this week to get started. I'll be doing a follow-up post later on. I'm excited to get to work with you, and I hope that you enjoy the class as much as I'm going to. Talk to you later. Bye. This is Ryan saying see you later.